Donald Trump, the president of the United States, stands with Putin. He's on Putin's side. He always has been. That's horrible. That's scary. That means that America, as long as Trump is the president, America stands with Putin and America stands against the free world. That's really, really sad. Look, I know this is a difficult thing to accept. I'm a former Republican congressman. I'm an American. This is a really scary thing for me to say. My president is not on the side of the good. My president doesn't like NATO. My president is not standing with Ukraine and the rest of the free world. Trump's always been on Putin's side. Like a lot of Americans, and I think people around the world have tried to figure out over the years, why does Trump seem to love Putin? I know why I think that is. We don't have time for that. But the point is, the result is that he is standing with Putin. He doesn't want to help Ukraine. Everything he's said since he became president again is exactly what Putin wants him to say. So he's doing Putin's work. Like people are confused that he's not negotiating a very good deal because he's given away everything against Ukraine. Trump's negotiating, I think, really expertly when you understand that he's negotiating on behalf of Putin. And if you look at it like that, as scary as that is, Trump's doing a really good job negotiating. Look what he did on Friday. He attacked Zelensky in the White House. He and J.D. Vance publicly attacked on purpose. Putin was smiling all weekend.
We had a meeting today, as you know, with President Zelensky, and I would say it didn't work out exactly great from his standpoint. I think he very much overplayed his hand. He's got to say, I want to make peace. He doesn't have to stand there and say about Putin this, Putin that, all negative things. He's got to say, I want to make peace. I don't want to fight a war any longer. His people are dying.
I know this is probably not practical, but Zelensky and Europe should stand up together, give America the middle finger. Shame on you, America. Shame on you, Donald Trump. And Europe should lead, double down, triple down, and lead the free world in defending Ukraine, in keeping NATO strong. Europe needs to accept the fact that as long as that horrible person is in the White House, America's not with them. So Europe now has to pick it up. They have to carry this fight. And by the way, a lot of Americans are with them, stand with them, and oppose what Trump is doing. It's just the latest, right? I mean, it's as if Vladimir Putin were the president of the United States. Trump just ended our cyber operations against Russia. Everything he's doing, Donald Trump, is helping Russia. He's weakening the alliance, clearly, right? He's weakening NATO. Trump would love America out of NATO. This is all music, baby, to Putin. Now, why is he doing it? Most people think Trump does this because he likes Putin, because Putin's a dictator and Trump wants to be a dictator just like Putin. I think it's worse than that. I think that Trump is compromised by Putin. I think that Trump has depended upon Russia for finances for a long, long time. So I think Putin's got something on him. But whatever the explanation is, America, the leader of the free world, now is doing everything, and it's going to get scarier, that Putin wants him to do. No, I could go on and on about this for hours, but my biggest takeaway is that even here in America, after Friday, we still have people confused. Oh my gosh, why did Trump and Vance do that? Like, why is Trump doing this? By the way, can you imagine if Trump and Vance had Putin in the White House on Friday? Imagine if that was Putin and not Zelensky. Trump and Vance never would have done that to Putin. Trump and Vance would have gotten down on their knees and they would have kissed Putin's toes in front of the cameras. So my biggest takeaway is Europe needs to accept this scary truth. And it so saddens me to say it. As long as he's in the White House, America's not your friend, and we're not with the free world.
We are not making any steps back. This is our policy, to be consistent regardless of what happened before. We are constructive. If we agreed that a minerals deal with the US will be signed, from our side, we are ready to sign. I honestly think the United States will be ready as well. Maybe they need time to analyze some things.
Час проаналізувати якісь речі. Я думаю, що наші відносини будуть продовжені.
I think our relations with the US will continue because this is more than relations during a certain moment. We must be open. Ukraine is not the biggest country in the world, but everyone can see how it fights for its independence and freedom.
Всі бачать, як вона бореться за свою незалежність і свободу. Якщо президент Сполучених Штатів Америки запросить мене,
If the President of the United States of America will invite me for a constructive dialogue, I represent the interests of a country that heavily depends on support from partners. So, of course, if I'm invited for a constructive dialogue for solving real problems, for serious questions and real resolute actions and answers, I will be there out of respect for America, American people, the President, and the two parties.
The second element I brought to the table is that we urgently have to rearm Europe. And for that, I will present a comprehensive plan how to rearm Europe on the 6th of March when we have our European Council to the leaders.
Together with others, Europe must do the heavy lifting. But to support peace in our continent and to succeed, this effort must have strong US backing. And today I'm announcing a new deal which allows Ukraine to use £1.6 billion of UK export finance to buy more than 5,000 air defence missiles, which will be made in Belfast, creating jobs in our brilliant defence sector. This will be vital for protecting critical infrastructure now and strengthening Ukraine in securing the peace when it comes. We are at a crossroads in history today. This is not a moment for more talk. It's time to act, time to step up and lead, and to unite around a new plan for a just and enduring peace. Nobody wanted to see what happened last Friday, but I do not accept that the US is an unreliable ally. The US has been a reliable ally to the UK for many, many decades and continues to be.